We all love this every year Christmas tradition. Each family gathers to watch their favorite Christmas movies and TV specials while eating something tasty and spending time together. From Home Alone to Harry Potter, there are so many movies to choose. The internet is filled with lists like the best Christmas movies or top 10 movies to watch on Christmas. But what if we have prepared the list of the worst Christmas movies of all time? Yeah, you heard that right. In this episode, we will share a list of Christmas movies befitting this dumpster fire of a year. We want you to be aware of them to not accidentally ruin the warm, festive atmosphere by playing one of these movies on Christmas Eve. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Take 5 channel. If you enjoy watching really interesting and unknown facts about your favorite movies and TV shows, you are in the right place. We are always the first to reveal the most interesting and unexpected theories, news, and facts. Stick to us and we got you covered. Let's talk about the worst Christmas movies of all time. Number 10. Jack Frost. We start our list with a movie that actually dared to go where many Christmas movies don't. The main character is brutally killed within minutes of its opening title sequence. The main character, whose name is Jack Frost, dies in a car accident. And then we see his 11-year-old son Charlie, who grows depressed after his father's death. The story's already kind of creepy and doesn't really give happy holiday vibes, but the worst is yet to come. A year later, Charlie builds a snowman and Jack Frost's soul takes over the snowman, and yes, he looks just like our old friend Frosty. Of course, Jack is more than happy to be alive as he has his chance to bond with his son until spring threatens to melt him into obscurity. The worst thing about this movie is that the snowman looks really creepy and the story itself is not really positive. The melting snowman and the stilted logic of this movie will leave you cold. Number 9. The Nutcracker in 3D. Well, first this movie seems absolutely good and even nice, but as you watch it, it turns into an inappropriate disaster. Well, first off, it is all about the plot. It seems like the Nutcracker ballet plot was sent through an office shredder and then attempted in a really wrong way. The film is something between war film and family comedy, and the weirdest thing about it is the rat men in Nazi uniforms. I don't really think you want to deal with rat Nazi while having a cozy Christmas dinner with your loved ones. Number 8. Unaccompanied Minors. This one seems to be not so bad and the plot is quite interesting if you are in high school. This is a story about 5 desperate kids who are stuck at the airport on Christmas Eve. They try to get back to their families and outsmart a disgruntled airport official, but according to several reviews, this one is the worst to watch on Christmas Eve. Number 7. Jingle All the Way. The biggest problem of this one is that Christmas Story 2 is a sequel to a film that no one in the world desired to have a sequel of. The producer said that A Christmas Story wasn't being planned to be made into a sequel because the original 1996 film was fun. Bad thanks to Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad, but eventually it turned into a disaster, and if you want to catch a huge disappointment, watch this one. If not, just stay away from Jingle All the Way too. Number 6. Fred Claus. This is a story or legend of Santa and his brother Fred that should have remained untold. This is a story about 2 brothers, Saint Nick, Paul Giamatti, who is loved by the kids because he delivers presents to them all over the world, and his older and often overshadowed brother, Fred, Vince Vaughn, who has become a repossession agent in Chicago. Fred needs seed money for an illegal casino plan, so he agrees to work for his brother in the North Pole to earn some cash. In short, this is a story of brotherly rivalry, which is not really cool to watch when you are with your family. Moreover, this one is too cynical for kids, yet not funny enough for adults. Number 5. Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever. When it all started, Grumpy Cat was a cute and funny meme with the most famous caption, "I had fun once, it was horrible." However, things went sour when this cat got his own feature-length film. Basically, this is a story about Grumpy Cat, who lives in a soon-to-be closed pet store within a mall. Then, the cat meets Crystal, who understands what the cat is saying. The film itself is not so bad, but it wasn't necessary to make a 92-minute film. It would be fine and even better if this one was like 15 minutes long. Number 4. Deck the Halls. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this movie is kind of an anti-entertainment story of two neighbors. These two are battling to determine who is the most vociferous Christmas celebrator. For example, one of the neighbors is frustrated that his house cannot be seen from space, so he uses Christmas lights in an attempt to make it more visible. Already sounds kind of boring, right? It seems like the plot was made up because the producers and writers would be executed if they wouldn't make up at least something. There is not a single laugh here, and this film is an absolute execution if you really think about watching it. This movie was even called the worst film of 2006. Can you imagine how awful it is? Number 3. Saving Christmas. This one is really bizarre, and this one is very strange because it precisely runs counter to all those other Christian movies that condemn the secular traditions of the holiday, or say that Christmas has lost its soul. This movie might be the only faith-based holiday movie to actually promote consumerism. The main character doesn't want to see Santa, decorate a tree, or choose a present for his loved ones. Instead, he wants to make a saving Christmas. This film is kind of evangelistic, and it seems like the main goal of it is to convince hardcore Christians that Xmas staples such as Santa Claus, ornaments, and corporations are all actually Christian symbols in disguise. We are absolutely fine with every religion, but we also think that Christmas movies should have a little bit of a different vibe, right? Anyways, it seems like this film was meant to be equally rejected by believers and non-believers alike. Number 2. Last Ounce of Courage. This one is a classy war on Christmas movie. This movie is even so difficult to explain because this film is filled with conservative dogma. The plot is pretty weird, and it is a story about an archetypal American hero, veteran, grandfather, town mayor who decides it's up to him to bring Christmas back to a city that has banned all displays of festive merriment for reasons that are totally unclear. He lost his son on the battlefield, and now he challenges his fellow citizens to take back the freedoms they have lost. This one is a religious movie as well, and if you are not a big fan of this type of films, just skip this one because it will make you so confused. Number 1. Elves. This one deserves to be in our list at the number 1 spot. Why? Well, just because Elves is a perfect example of a film where even everything that could conceivably go wrong while shooting a movie all going wrong at the same time. This one has literally everything. Neo-Nazi scientists, anti-Christmas witches, scary and weird elf puppets, and it tells an incredible story of a pint-sized master race by breeding Nazi elves with a virgin. Imagine watching this movie with your family. Moreover, the characters look so creepy. Just take a look at them. The Elves film really fails to turn a ludicrous holiday horror story into a magically fun midnight movie that does for Nazi elves. Thanks for watching the video. Have you seen at least one of these movies? Tell us in the comment section down below. If you are really searching for a list with an amazing Christmas movie, well, we recommend you see this video. See you in the next episode.